How's it going, everybody? I'm Dr. Jon Clayton, your Layton Chiropractor here in Utah. We're at Supra Chiropractic, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the big difference between a walk-in chiropractor versus a regular chiropractor or a specialist chiropractor. Basically, when we talk about this video, the biggest thing is we're not trying to show that basically one side is right or wrong. Biggest thing is we're just trying to show people what's out there and some of the things to look for in knowing that are you getting the best care possible, or are there some things that would make you want to reevaluate your chiropractic care. In this video, we're going to be showing you some of the different ways that we approach care as chiropractors. Let's talk about first with a walk-in chiropractor. Basically, the things that drive most people into going to see a walk-in chiropractor is going to be the price. That is probably the biggest selling point for them, is that they're usually the cheapest option out there. And so people that don't have a lot of money tend to stick with these type of chiropractors, and that's what they like, is just they like the care for the price. Typically, most walk-in chiropractors are somewhere between $20 to $40, and especially a lot of the larger chains, they may drive you in with maybe a $30 first visit, but then each visit after that is $39 or $40 basically. You're typically paying not that much less than a regular chiropractic visit. The second thing is there's also a lot of convenience behind the walk-in chiropractic, is that you just show up, you don't have to have an appointment, go in, get the adjustment that you need, and then you're out the door and on your way. Then looking at your regular chiropractor, kind of the opposite of those two is you're paying more money for your adjustment. Typically you're paying $40 to $60, sometimes even $80, depending on the doctor. And then the other thing is you usually have to make that appointment. Typically I tell patients to make appointments because I want to make sure that you have a good visit, that you're not rushed in and out of here, that you actually enjoy the visit, that we are able to talk, understand what's going on, and then spend more time to address the problem. That way you're not have to come back as often, because we fix the problem sooner than it would taking 10 visits to do the same thing in one visit. Let's get into showing you some of the adjustments on my friend Sherry, and then we're gonna go from there. Thanks, check it out. All right, go ahead and lay face down on the table for me.
All right.
And then point to where it hurts for me.
My lower back right there.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna adjust the low back for you and get that taken care of for you today, okay?
Okay.
Does it hurt anywhere up here?
A little bit.
Okay. All right, that should be feeling better for you. Go ahead and sit on up and you're all good.
All right, thank you.
So obviously that's not what we want to happen. Basically, when you walk into a walk-in chiropractor, if they just tell you to basically lay straight down, they don't talk to you at all before, they just want to basically get you down so that you don't have to say much, or so that you can't say much. That should be kind of like a red flag to you, is that we want to make sure that we know what's going on, we address the issues, that we see what's going on, and then typically once I've already figured that out, that's when I have the patient lay down, once we've already talked about what's going on. So if you basically walk into your chiropractor, tell you to lay straight down, and then they adjust just that one area, that should also be another red flag, because the point of coming in is we're not basically doing the Advil or the ibuprofen approach, where it is I just want to address the area of pain, because at the end of the day that's what you're coming in for. But a lot of times there's other issues in that area or areas above and below it that can be causing that particular problem that you're coming in with. So just kind of look out for that. So now what we're going to go over is basically the way that you should be approaching your patients and giving them the entirety of your care. And so first we're going to start with is the interaction between the patient and the doctor, and addressing where the areas of pain are and what's going on. Okay. All right, so Sherry, what do you got going on with you today?
My jaw has been hurting me a lot lately, my neck, and some lower back pain.
Okay, perfect. So any other areas that you want me to check on you at all today?
Yeah, pretty much all over.
Okay. So basically kind of run through the same things as last time. So we'll do jaw, we'll work out the spine, we'll do jaw, we'll do elbows, hands, wrists, check the feet, stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, perfect. All right, go ahead and lay face down for me. Okay. So now at this point we've already addressed what issues are going on, and now we can take a look at them and then adjust accordingly. All right, so we've had interaction between the doctor and the patient to know what's going on, where they're having pain, And overall is when you go see a chiropractor, a lot of it is also about your wellness and the well-being of your spine and your body as far as bone structure goes. So with that, now looking at it from a regular chiropractor perspective versus the walk-in, you notice that basically the patient came face down. We didn't even really have any eye contact whatsoever. I asked where the problem was. We adjusted that problem area, and that was basically it. It was kind of just a simple adjustment, kind of get you taken care of for the moment and then send you on your way. So now what we're gonna do is kind of go over like my approach to it, or you could say a regular chiropractic approach, and then see what I do differently versus just the regular chiropractor. So let's get into that adjustment now. So the first thing that I want to check on basically every patient is going to be rib cage. And so with checking the rib cage, what I want to do is first kind of pull on the front of the hip and move across. Typically with patients, I just have them relax as they do it. Breathing doesn't necessarily change anything. If you hold your breath in, it tends to hurt a little bit more, but for the most part, if you're relaxed, we can get most of the ribs in where they need to go. Then we switch to this side, do the same thing, roll across. So it's important to know that this is different from the adjusting of the spine, which is going to be here. I'm a little bit more on the outside of that, okay? Once I've checked the rib cage, then I move into basically thoracic spine, middle of the back area, and then we'll work up into the low neck. So what I'll do, go ahead and take a deep breath in here for me. All the way out. Another deep breath in, all the way out. Another deep breath in here, all the way out. And another deep breath in here, all the way out. Okay. Up into this area now, deep breath in here, all the way out. Deep breath in here, all the way out. And then up into first ribs here, deep breath in here, all the way out. And deep breath in here, all the way out. Okay. So that's basically working through the upper back into the low neck and shoulder area. So now we're gonna move into the hips now. So now that we've worked through here, we're gonna go into hips. Go ahead and turn on your side facing me. So remember with hips, biggest thing that we do in fixing them is doing the proper analysis. So making sure if the hip's gone forwards or backwards and then adjust accordingly. For this hip, it has gone backwards, so we need to bring it back forwards. So the way we're gonna do that, let's put a hand here, deep breath in, all the way out. Just like that. Then flip on your other side in just a sec. So now we're gonna do this side. So we just did the side that's rocked back. We gotta do the side that is gonna be a little bit more forward. So we wanna bring it back. So the way we do this is we wanna change the position of the leg as we lift up to bring the hip back. Deep breath in here, all the way out. Just like that. All right, now moving into feet. So the generic adjustment for feet or ankles will be just come here and pull, just a simple one right there, adjusting the talus. Okay, that one's awesome, but now we want to work into more of the midfoot as well. Come through here. And then another way to do this as well, a little bit hard to see from this angle, is actually moving the leg like this, which lifts up here so I can bring through and adjust like that. Then last thing we want to do is check into the toes. We want to just check mainly this joint here and then all of these ones through here on the other side. So here, up through here, and up through here. Now moving into this one, and into these ones. That same adjustment before, like we showed you, from this angle, roll knee in, come across like that, and then into the toes. All right, so now into elbow area, we got the ulna and the radius. So we're going to adjust accordingly here. Bring this one around. Clicks right back in here, come through here. And then now into wrist, I want to just decompress. Mainly trying to spread out the carpal tunnel, take off all the compression. We'll go through hands. And then onto the other side. All right, so once we've gone through arms, we've kind of worked our way up back to the neck and the jaw area. So first thing that we're gonna do is, typically I check jaw before I do any neck adjustments, because a lot of the jaw movements will also release the neck to some degree. So as we work in here, we're gonna first bring up here, align. So C1 also can relate to jaw issues. So we want to just double check and see where tension is at C1. Now we're going to move into jaw. So I'll have the patient slowly open and close her jaw. Okay. So we get a lot of clicking over there on the right side, a lot of hypermobility. And so we want to release left side so that it moves a little bit better, and then kind of work the jaw back into place as well from the excess movement on the right. So we're going to come here and then relax that jaw for me, slightly open. Just like that. And then open and close for me. Okay. And so with the jaw moving to the left, we want to start bringing it back to the right. So have the patient open their mouth all the way. Then we're going to hold the bottom of the chin, resist as she closes, and I'm going to be pulling to the right side to help it loosen the left. Go ahead and close for me. And so this is a good way of retraining the jaw back in order. A lot of times too, when jaws are clicking really bad and they won't let up, a lot of times I will also go into the mouth and then strip the muscles inside the hook in to the TMJ itself. So that way it helps the adjustment last longer or is better in the end. All right, so now we're going to move into neck. Deep breath in here, all the way out. And then here, deep breath in, all the way out. And then for the very end, we like to decompress everything. Take a deep breath in, all the way out. Just like that. So we just finished up the video showing the difference between more of a walk-in chiropractor approach and versus like the regular chiropractic approach, or in my case, a specialist who works through the entire body on a patient. Not to say that every walk-in chiropractor is like that, where they just basically put the patient down, they pop the one area that's affected, very little effort, very little work, you could say. Not all of them are like that, but some of them are. Even some regular chiropractors are that way as well. So you just want to kind of be aware of that, is that if you walk in and you're just getting that one thing popped or fixed, a lot of times that might work, but for people that have gone multiple years to chiropractors like that, is that they always say, oh, I got to go in for that regular pop. Because it doesn't really fix over time. Kind of what we're looking for as a specialist is that you get the adjustment and then you feel good, and then you go quite a while or even longer than you normally would before needing that adjustment again, because of the adjustment being more thorough than just the quick pop on there. So some of the other things that you notice is that the walk-in style approach was that patient just laid down. They didn't get to even make eye contact with me. They laid down, and then I said, point to where it is. I went for it and just did it. The problem with that is, yes, I'm fixing the problem. It's very fast. It's very efficient from a business perspective, but from the actual doctor to patient interaction, there was none. As far as fixing the problem, I wouldn't feel good about saying that I fixed the problem with just, doing a couple clicks on it and then sending them out the door, because at the end of the day, I know they're going to be back pretty soon with the exact same issue. And so that's some of the biggest things I want to address. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you saw the differences between them, that there's so many more things that can be adjusted and that should be adjusted. And so just keep that in the back of your mind, is that if you are in the Utah area and you are interested in seeing a chiropractor, I'd just say maybe not try one of the big chains out there, because a lot of times those people that try out maybe one of the bigger chains or that walk-in style approach, they don't find that it works for them, and so then they start to distrust chiropractic in general. And so the purpose of this video is to show people what chiropractic can be, and that you are interested in starting care or getting that chiropractic adjustment where we check everything. Then I invite you to go on and schedule an appointment. Schedule even just a consultation to sit down and talk with me. Even just give me a call at the office and ask if something that you have is something that I can work on. So if you have any questions, you can also leave them in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video and to check out more of the things that we have coming out. Again, I'm Dr. Jon Clayton, your Layton chiropractor here in Utah. Thanks.